Hello there, deadbeats. It is a little after midnight at the time of recording here. I'm away at my little bit of vacation retreat, if you will, here. And I didn't think I'd be able to get this recording in, and I hope it does turn out all right here, as I am doing things a little bit remotely, if you will. Different environment, different scene here. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to kind of squeeze this in, but lo and behold, midnight happened. I try not to do my readings on my family's and things here, just out of respect. It's not entirely something most of them believe in or kind of fond of, and I say that respectfully. I get it. Beliefs are beliefs, and we all feel a certain way about things, but I still want to be respectful where I can, and also give what I do the proper time and consideration here. So I'm going to try and keep this brief. I know I've said that before in the past, and next thing we know, we're looking at a 20-minute recording, but we shall see here. Yeah, I mean, I think let's just jump right into things here. I will say we're going to do another Irish Wake, and I think the intention I'm going to kind of put behind this here is, well, I've been on this vacation. I've been a little dependent on my family. I hate being a mooch. I really, really do in a lot of situations, but times and finances have been hard. I mean, I do live right now to keep myself stable, and I know it's not necessarily good business marketing to let people know, this isn't my sole source of income, that I don't make all my money here. We're working on it. There's some great projects and avenues down the way. I'll even be at Passion Project this weekend, depending on the time of dropping. I'm going to try and get this out before then, but this Saturday. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be great. It's a grand opening on the 20th here. They're a great artist space here that wants to help promote artists in the best way that they can. And I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a joint birthday thing on August 17th with its owner. We found out we are not only kindred spirits, but we're both Leos here. We both really want to encourage each other and help the artistic community and things. So more on that later. But like I said, I'm here kind of on this trip kind of in a panic. I've got a lot of these jobs and opportunities coming my way, but bills are getting tighter. I've thrown a lot of good money after bad, stealing from Paul to give to Peter. So it's been stressful, and a lot of people have encouraged enjoying this time off, that no matter what it took to get here, I am here and I do deserve it. And I think that's important, to enjoy it. What's the point of coming out if I'm just going to be miserable or worried about things or frustrated at the stuff that goes wrong, because it's been a little bit of a cozy trip here, a lot of challenges and things that come with it, but I have enjoyed the peace and the serenity. So I want to shed off all those fears and those doubts and those insecurities and challenges, and really embrace what's been put here. Given with what I'm working with, I have pre-shuffled things, so I hope you guys will pardon me for that. But without further ado, let's jump right into things. As you guys know, the first card is going to be what we're burying, what we're releasing here too. And this is the Ten of Cups. And it is interesting. It's like I said, I'm kind of here with my family, and I felt bad in a lot of these instances. I haven't been able to kind of kick in for this or that, and I don't like being that kind of mooch. I don't like having to depend on that, having to rely on others for things. And, in the same way, I like to be generous, and I think it's important for people to accept generous gifts and offers. It's important that I kind of... and they say, way that they say doctors make terrible patients, I have to be okay with being a patient in these instances. Be okay for asking for help and support and enjoying these things and embracing these things. And I do like to be grateful and appreciative and do what I can, I like to help out with the kids and where I can. I like to, be the one pouring drinks or making desserts or telling jokes or kind of keep the show moving, offer to help clean, get groceries, do whatever I can, and I will say, like we've seen depicted here in this Ten of Cups, it is an abundance of love and support, and definitely the card of families. And as a lone bachelor who wants a family of his own in some way, shape, or form someday, it is kind of hard to be around that. And I don't say that from an envious standpoint. It's more the fact that I do wish I had some kids of my own or some partners here. But I think it's about shedding off these have-nots or could have been, or throwing things back at people, or feeling like I'm not adequate enough or supportive enough, to remind myself that I am surrounded by family, people that love me and want the best for me, and opportunities are coming in. I had a couple of job interviews this week, and get a little imposter syndrome as more and more of these things are coming in, but I'm reminding myself that I do need these things, that I have worked hard for these things, and that I do deserve these things, that maybe not all of them are going to work out, or maybe all of them will work out and I have to figure out which one's going to be the best for me. And even if in my heart I know the corporate world's not quite right for me, I can still use that as that transition to either build the world that I want or make my tarot business something for me, that all the money and the rewards and the successes and the victories can be something personal, can be for me, something to be enjoyed, and they don't have to be going constantly my bills. I can go get myself some tattoos or a new pair of Vans or a lot of those things that I like to do. All right, the affirmation, it says, I live in a state of oneness by bringing harmony and love into my relationships. And I think that really is important, because we do want to make sure we're leaving that room for love and appreciation in our life, and harmony and balance. And it is these loved ones that have helped me find this balance, these joy, these moments of serenity. As I was listening to Walden on the way out here, I was enjoying these peaceful thoughts on nature, these philosophies on life, and it's really given me a moment of pause in a lot of good ways, even if I have been a little restless through the whole time here. But certainly getting the most of it, certainly enjoying that. So I think I'm going to bury all those feelings of inadequacy, those fears and those doubts, and allow that love to flow and bring that perfect harmony here. All right, let's move on to what's our poison here. So this is going to be kind of our bittersweet card, as you guys know. And we have here the Three of Cups, which very much complements that Ten of Cups here, because 3 is a reminder of that community, of that support. Seeking the mentors that can help us grow in our arts, our practices, our own love, our offerings, and our skills, while also being willing to be a teacher, share and pass on our own wisdom to others who might need that and want that. To be the model itself, or the creator, or the artist, or the worker in the center, but the one holding it all together. And reminding myself that I am surrounded by lots of loved ones, again, who appreciate me and do want the best for me, even if we can't find the common ground to communicate that properly, or the best means for that, or we can be a little hard on each other, or a little bit difficult here. But just recognizing that there is that room for that discomfort, and that the discomfort teaches us to ask others for help and love and support and growth. And it's funny, I'm noticing for the first time the stars in here kind of make up that little dipper, which in of itself is kind of the great cup of the sky, allowing that room for abundance, that satisfaction, that happiness and fulfillment. And 3 being an odd number is about taking that first step into the beyond, learning things, having that discovery, having that awkward period, but knowing that we are building towards these 10 of Cups, this abundance, this hope, this family, this spectrum of possibilities and people and opportunities on there too. And even with these jobs, they've reached out to me. They see potential in me, and they've wanted to advance the interviews, which means that they do know I'm capable of things, that I have skills and benefits to offer, while knowing I am going to have a lot to learn, a lot to figure out. And I have artistic opportunities come up with my tarot business, just with friends, with entertainment, with a lot of these good things. And I think it's important to be that uplifting part of my own community while recognizing the community that's around me. And of course, 3 is a number of cheers and celebration, and we've had a lot of that this week, and I think there is a lot to celebrate even in these dark and gloomy times. So with that, let me grab this next affirmation here. As you know, I do find that to be really the good stuff in a lot of these readings, and I really feel like that's, again, what gives me these moments of pause and consideration to really kind of appreciate the magic that these cards have to offer. And it says, I connect into the sacred siblinghood and into this expansive experience of witnessing through time. And it's funny because I'm literally spending time with my siblings, catching up with them, having fun with the nieces and nephews and even the dogs that are around and things, and sharing about each other's life. My brother has his first kid on the way. And granted, again, it's been challenging at times. You know, a peaceful vacation with lots of little ones running around is not always easy, but I do notice the proud efforts that a lot of them make, and I like stepping in and helping them when the parents are kind of struggling to communicate or work with them. You know, playing the good cop to what they have to do as the inevitable bad cop. But I do enjoy it at its core. You know, I do love spending time with my family, and I think the better side of it is that I've only been able to be here for a short time, and while I'm looking forward to getting back to my home and my dog and my life and happiness and my own peace and solitude, I think a part of me is also sad that I'm losing out on more of that time with them. You know, the games and the food and the memories. And I know there'll be others, and there's more to look forward to in the future, but it is hard to let that go and say goodbye to that too. And it's not forever, but I am, you know, using that time to appreciate what I have here, and knowing that there is a brighter future ahead that comes with it. And a lot of the skills and traits and encouragements that they've offered, I know, are what has helped me grow as a person here. And I'm grateful for that. All right, last but not least, what we are toasting and celebrating, and we have the Six of Pentacles here too. And you know, I think that really is a big part of it. I am humbled by all this. I very much at my core don't like to be someone who considers themselves a mooch. I hate asking for money. I hate being stingy on expenses and things. I hate that all the time and effort and money I have to put into doing Lyft as my day job, I have to worry about where that goes. You know, I'm watching my dollars shrink and sweat that out as it goes to bills and necessities and things that do have to be handled and completed. But I'm working my way through it. You know, there is a lot of this opportunity on the other side. There are these jobs potentially on the table, and more seem to be kind of coming in here and here. And if I keep searching and doing the work and putting my best foot forward, then something is going to come through. And even it's just a transition thing, I do know that there is powerful gifts and rewards coming from this. And you know, six itself is a number of victory, and the pentacles, well, don't literally have to reference money. That can still just be the opportunity, the resources, but they're real and tangible. Their manifestations come true and real. And if you even notice, there's that nice little infinity symbol kind of in the background there, at least kind of looks like it in my hand, and it kind of shows a reflection of the changing of things, giving and receiving. And I'm offering the gifts that I have to give, but I'm appreciative of the gifts that have been given to me and the things that are ahead. And, you know, I know that one day I will be able to pay a lot of these things back, and I am on a path to success, even if it's a non-traditional path, and even if it is scary. Six does come after five, and especially with the Five of Pentacles, it is a number of lack, a number of need and want and concerns, and working through a lot of those things. So I think there's a lot to it, and this reading feels very on the nose for it, but I'm here for it all. It says, I show my gratitude for my life through generosity and compassion. I'm going to read that one more time. I show gratitude for my life through generosity and compassion. And I think that's important, to not only be accepting of the generous things being offered, but being generous in my own way, accepting compassion, and more importantly, being compassionate myself, that maybe the mercy or the love or the support that I can give is my way of being grateful and paying that all forward. And I do love all this. Again, just that abundance of love, or anything that's sort of removing those feelings of love, bitterness, hatred, anxieties, frustrations, worries, while opening myself up to this powerful community that lives within, even if it means asking for more support or help, and most importantly, being accepting of the generosity around me, and grateful for the things I have. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll raise a glass of my bourbon to that. I'll drink to that, and I hope you guys will too. I hope you all are well. I'm glad I was able to get this time in. I hope you guys are enjoying the peaceful nature sounds around me, as I'm certainly kind of taking that in, and certainly not taking it for granted. I hope everyone is well otherwise, and to that I do say, Sláinte.